Okay, so I'm going to be taking you through IBM Cloud's VMware product. So if you have an IBM ID, or if you're an IBMer, you already automatically have an IBM Cloud account. But if you are someone from outside, you should be able to sign up for an ID for free or for a paid account. All you need to do is go to cloud.ibm.com, sign up for an ID, which is very, very quick. And if you come in and you click onto the catalog page, this will be your automatic landing page. So under our product category, we have many categories. We have up to about just under 200 services that we can consume. But the one that I want to focus on today is VMware. So I can just quickly type VMware. Go to the VMware Solutions. I apologize that my line is not very fast. So this is the VMware Solutions landing page. And as you can see, we can already start provisioning right off the bat very, very easily. We have two choices. One is the VMware Shared Solution, which is a multi-tenant solution. And the other one is on the right is the VMware Dedicated Solution, which is the IBM Bare Metal Solution. But before I go into a demo of these two solutions, I'm just going to quickly run through what's available as well. There are some also featured services. So for example, if you're interested in doing disaster recovery, whether it's between two public clouds or between on-prem as well as a public cloud, we have Zerto, where you can easily fit into your shopping cart, if you will. You can use to do your disaster recovery solution. We also have risk compliance and risk kinds of solutions through the Cavionics. This is a third-party solution which is available on the IBM Cloud as well. For those who are interested in looking at Red Hat OpenShift, we also have Red Hat OpenShift on VMware instance that's available that you can bring up. You can fire up pretty quickly. And last but not least, for those who are interested in virtual desktop solutions, which are based on VMware Horizon, you can also fire up their services. Over on the right, you will see the trial services that are available for VMware. So if you just want to have a sandbox for 90 days, which is free of charge, sorry, it's not free of charge, which is billed on a monthly basis. You can have a choice of a single node trial for migration and app modernization purposes. And after that 90-day trial, it will automatically be discontinued. The other option you have is the same sandbox, but together with a disaster recovery solutions, which includes the likes of HCX, Veeam as backup, as also Zerto. And for more information, you can also look at the learning resources. There's one video here from our CTO of Cloud and Public Solutions that you can go to. And there's a whole host of services that is attached together with the VMware solution that we can actually package. So the message that I want to send here is, if you compare this with all the other clouds, if you look at what we have here, we have a very highly customized VMware solution where you can have the option of bringing your own license, as well as you can also configure your own firewalls, load balancers, and other ancillary services around just the bare metal solution. So now I'm just going to take you through the bare metal solution. I'm going to go through the VMware solution dedicated. Seeing my screen okay? So there are two solution types. One is the vCenter server, which is the vSphere stack of solutions. And the other one is the VMware vSphere, which sits on top of the ESX. So let me just go through the entire vSphere stack first with the vCenter solution. You can configure your bare metal server using single zone cluster or a multi-zone stretch cluster. So if you want to use it for high availability, you can stretch your cluster across two different DCs. But let me just go through the one with the single zone cluster first. Let's take, for example, if you want to configure a new instance and the instance name is already automatically named for you. If you don't like this, you can change. You can always change this. Not an issue. You have a choice of using vSphere 6.7 or vSphere 6.5, depending. So I'll choose the latest one. And for networking solution, there is the NSXV, which is the virtualized solution that's available today, or the NSXT, which is a much newer one, which is going to be replacing NSXV. I'll just leave this at default for this demo purposes. Like I mentioned earlier, you have the choice of bringing your own license. So if you want to bring your own license, all you need to do is click I will provide, and you key in your license key here, and away you go. For the intents and purposes of this demo, I'll just include the license with purchase. Okay. And then you can choose which kind of license you want, base, advanced, or enterprise. Let's say I'll choose advanced. And for the bare metal server option, we have a plethora of choices. You can choose to have your servers to be residing in North America West or North America South. And even within North America West, you have a choice of different data centers within San Jose, data center 3 or data center 4, or with North America South, you have a choice of whether you wanted to have the bare metal server sitting on Dallas or Mexico. And likewise for Europe, South America, and also in Asia Pacific. We have options in Hong Kong, Korea, Singapore, Sydney, as well as Tokyo. As far as choice is concerned, for CPU, we have a choice of Skylake or the much newer Cascade Lake. But if you're running SAP workload, you can even specify that I want it to be SAP certified, and then you have a choice of basically from 32 cores all the way up to 56 cores if you want. You can choose. Let's say let's just pick one, 40 core, 768 gig of RAM. Or if you don't want this and you want to have a choice on the road, let's say I want to choose Cascade Lake, I want to pick my own number of RAM, I can have my choice of all the way up to 1.5 terabytes. So this is a very highly configurable VMware bare metal solution. Let's say I want 3 bare metal solutions. As far as storage is concerned, let's say I want to use file storage. You can choose on how fast you want the storage to be. The higher the IOPS, obviously gives you much better performance. Let's say I choose 1 terabyte of storage with 4 IOPS per gigabyte. You can also choose to have some edge services cluster using the Juniper firewall if you wish. Network interface, let's say I just put in and the rest I'll just leave it at default. Now this is where we differ from the other cloud providers in that we also can we can automatically include optional services. For example, if I want a backup solution with Vim 9.5 to go together along with my bare metal servers, I can choose that. And you also have a choice of whether you want this service to be managed by IBM or you can manage it yourself. Let's say I choose one IBM to manage everything. I add my services in, and automatically on the right, you will see that my shopping cart, my price or the cost of the infrastructure that I have will be calculated on the fly for me. Some of the other services that I have and I want to highlight is, for example, High Trust. This is one of the most powerful encryption, data in flight as well as data at rest and encryption protocol that we have. We talk about our VMware Cloud being enterprise ready. And this is what I mean by enterprise ready, because this one adheres to the FIPS 140-2 level 4 compliance through the high trust data control. If I select this, I'm able to then encrypt my data in flight. I can control the flow of data as well as I can even control the key. I can bring my own key and I can manage my own key, which is highly secure. I can add that service in there as well. And as you can see, it's very intuitive. It's very easy to configure. And then once that is done, the price will be shown on the right. There are no surprises, no gotchas. What you see is what you get. It just takes a while for it to calculate. While it's being calculated, there's also error checking as well. So if I, for example, accidentally left out something in there, if I see, okay, let me go to the price first, so you can see the price on the right hand side. No surprises. You know exactly what you're going to get for this particular configuration. It's 13,000 USD per month. Let's say if I omit something, see if I do. And then let me do another instance. You can have a choice of going multi-zone stretch cluster, which is a HA solution. And if you don't know what to configure off the bat, we already have pre-configured solutions for you. Let's say I want a small stretch cluster solution, and it even includes a topology diagram to show you what it looks like. So this is a very simple stretch cluster, small configuration with 2 sites and a third site as a tiebreaker in case of a split brain situation. So you can do that. And then you can, obviously you have a choice of whether you want the multi-zone solutions to be available, to be configured in Dallas, Washington, London, and so on and so forth. You'll notice here that the only data center that has a multi-zone cluster today is Sydney and Tokyo. We don't have one in Singapore yet, so we're working on that as we speak. Once that is available, that option will be available here for you to configure. And so this is a witness cluster and so on and so forth. So this is all pre-configured. You can choose this option if you want, but if you want to configure it or customize it yourself, feel free to go ahead and choose it based on what environment you like. So that is VMware Dedicated Solution. So if let me go back to the VMware solution and go to the VMware vSphere option. You can create a new cluster configuration. You can choose which licensing that you want to go with it. Let's say I choose all the options. Networking, I want to go with vSANs, SRM for the disaster recovery, VROps, and then logging as well. Choose which server I want. Let's say I pick the highest one. And let's say I choose how many, I choose 10 vSAN disks. And say calculate cost. You'll notice that I didn't fill in a few fields on purpose because like I mentioned, our configurator does error checking. So it tells you exactly what information is missing. So I just go in and just configure those that are missing. I think there's still something that's missing. Let's see what else is missing. VMware Sphere Enterprise Class, the license. An advanced license. I think the NXX one. Enterprise Plus. Okay, here we go. Okay. So once I have met all the conditions of the configurator, we will go ahead and configure the price. So as you can see, it's a very flexible and very intuitive configurator that you can use to configure your environment. So let me just switch now to the offer that we have on the table for you. So today we are offering a limited free trial offering. The free trial offering is basically, it will cover 3 bare metal servers, and we will give you free usage of up to 2 months. And in that free usage, it will include expert services to advise you on how to migrate your workload from on-premise to the IBM cloud. Or if you want to set up a brand new landscape, a brand new instance, you can also do that. And the other thing that I also want to highlight is that for IBM Cloud, I think we're one of the only cloud providers that offers free egress traffic. So for if you choose servers that are within the Asia Pacific region, you have a free egress traffic of up to 5 terabytes of data. If you choose bare metal servers that are in Europe or Americas region, you can have free egress data of up to 25 terabytes per month, and every month it gets reset. And if you're doing disaster recovery between data centers, the traffic that goes between DCs is also free of charge. So unlike some of the other cloud providers, they charge for those traffic. So the disaster recovery solutions can come up to quite a pricey solution. But with IBM, it's all free. So we are offering this particular configuration, 3 bare metal servers with those specifications, up to 5 terabytes of storage, firewalls, as well as network traffic, which are free for 2 months. Now, if you choose to remain with us, then the price is as per below. Also for Malaysian customers, for 6-month contract, it's just below 200,000 ringgit per month with expert services, so with advanced support. And how do we do this? So when does that 2-month free period start? It starts the moment we instantiate the bare metal servers. So we reckon that migration services, if there's a need for migration, will take probably up to 2 weeks, and then you will enjoy 6 weeks of free usage of that platform on the IBM Cloud. So if you want to take advantage of this free offer, do contact either myself, Freddie, or Kenvi. Our emails are below. This offer is valid until June 30th of this year. So if you contact us before June 30th of this year, then you'll be able to lock in that free usage for you.